suppose in our whānau is quite similar to a lot of other whānau in that we have really struggled with the Māori language. In my generation, we've suffered the loss of the language. I grew up in a time when my grandparents were all fully fluent speakers of Māori. So coming down through the generations over, thousands of years, the language was fully intact up until my parents' generation. So as a child I grew up hearing a lot of Te Reo Māori, and it's in my parents' generation though that the loss of the language began to impact. So we had, my father was a fluent speaker and my mother was raised as a fluent speaker from a very early age. Her parents spoke nothing else but Māori to her. The difficulty was when she began to go to school, and when she went to school she suddenly had to transition to English, and it was a time when she was ridiculed for speaking language, and there was a complete ban. Children were disciplined, they were hit for speaking Māori, and for her it was an extremely traumatic experience, and she grew up then having to transition into English. When my parents had us, they raised us in English, and they believed they were doing the best by us because the things that they had been through and had seen, the way that Māori language had been treated, they decided that for us they would not put us through that, and so they chose English for us. Now we grew up as English speakers, and my brothers and myself have struggled as second language speakers, so we have learnt Māori, but it's taken many years, and I still struggle to be articulate in the language, or to even feel comfortable speaking. When it came to our children though, we were very clear, and I think our mother's experience really affected all of us. So when it came time for us to educate our own children, we were very clear that they were to learn in the Māori language. And we were lucky because at that time, they're in their 20s now, at the time when they went to school, kura kaupapa, kohanga reo was just starting, and my oldest brother in particular was really keen that we get our children into kura kaupapa. So they've grown up as fluent speakers of Māori. Now there's a difference in the language though. The language of the younger generations is quite different from the older generations, and I think the depth of the language has changed. But I think for us it's been really important. It's so wonderful to see our children and our mokopunas actually speaking the reo. It's healing for all of us, yeah.